The Very Hungry Midlife Crisis. So, this was supposed to be a post about turning 40. I'd always imagined 40 as the age when people finally start taking you seriously. Until you're 40, it seems that no matter how much that you've accomplished, even if you've made one of those snazzy 30 under 30 types of lists, I see you. I know I've got some friends on those. Older people still roll their eyes. Just wait and see, kid. So you can understand why I thought that I'd have something big to say. Maybe even a punchy but profound listicle called something like 40 lessons from 40 years. You know what I mean? Something that would impress you, dear listeners, with my wisdom, self awareness, and generosity of spirit in sharing all of that said self aware wisdom with all of you. But every time I sat down to write, I couldn't even start. Then the other day, I was practicing one of my favorite new hobbies, scrolling aimlessly after complaining that I have absolutely no time at all to write. And I stumbled across a ChatGPT coaching prompt where the bot would use everything that it knew about me to identify my hidden narrative and deepest fear. What's the worst that could happen? The bot thought long and hard for about, I don't know, 5 seconds. And then it said, the thing driving you isn't just ambition. It's that you still feel like you have something to prove. That energy powered your law career, your startup work, your academics, and it's showing up in this new chapter too. So, in your writing, in your podcasting, in your community building. And as for my fear, it's not the fear of failure exactly, it's deeper, the fear of dissolving into the unnoticed background of life if you stop striving. Wherever you go, there you are. I shared this with one of my younger brothers over WhatsApp. He nodded grimly, I could tell, even through the text on the phone. And then he responded, yeah, that sounds about right. Then he added, by the way, Al, this is why I like private AI. I want deep insights, but I really don't need Sam Altman mind controlling me with my deepest fears. Cool, cool. We live, we learn. I'm sharing this because it seems that many of us are hamstrung by the same narrative and fear. We started proving ourselves early, vying for space in big families. Shout out to all my cousins, standing out in school, earning a mentor's attention or approval. Achievement became our ticket to attention, belonging, and even love. And though the bot knows us well, our friends know us even better. A couple months ago, I was walking down my dirt road with a dear friend. I was spiraling in shoulds. Should I write more, record more, launch a wellness center? Should. She stopped me. You write? You share stories. You're a mother, a wife, a daughter, a friend. You offer meditation and Reiki. Isn't that enough? My ego protested, but it's not big. It could be bigger. It's not a thing. But wisdom, standing there in my friend's shoes, just nodded. Not bad. That actually might be enough. At 40, we're not the kids desperate to impress. We are the elders in the room. We've even got the wrinkles and everything. So maybe we don't need to live like we have something to prove anymore. In college, a friend had a paperweight carved with the words, what would you do if you knew that you couldn't fail? It's a valid question, but at this stage, maybe a better one is, what would you do if you had nothing to prove? This question has wormed its way into my psyche and made a home there. And you know what? I welcome my new wormy overlord. Much like the very hungry caterpillar, it's chewing its way through my old belief systems, reshaping my priorities, who I lend my attention to, and how I move through my day. So sorry, I don't have 40 lessons to share, but I do have one question. What would shift for you if you believed that you had nothing to prove? This is Practically on Purpose with Allie Canton.